Hey everyone, welcome. Hey Wyoming, Missy K, Spooky. Thank you for buying a membership, Wyoming. I appreciate it. Thank you, Missy K, too, for the same thing. Um, so the last few days have been, whoa, painful. Hey Shay, very, very painful. So for the last few weeks, everyone's aware that Kim and Crafton have been going on their little hate campaign against Jamie. That's no secret. Hey, Robin. You're not late at all, Robin. So, hey, Stevie. So, Kim and Crafton, like almost every live they've been doing for the last few weeks, has been hate. I hate Jamie. I hate Lycan Legion. And then they go crying. And they go pulling up past they've been going way back, trying to find something to bolster their arguments on why they hate Jamie so much. And the other day was very painful because Sally Ann decided, I don't know what happened exactly, if she had a mental health episode or she was drinking again. That seems to be up in the air. I'm not gonna assume which one it is, or if it was both. But here's the thing with me, everyone. I'm a little bit of an empath and clairvoyant too. So the energy I was reading from her was very chaotic. It was that drunk feeling from her. I don't know if that's how a mental health episode can also feel sometimes, but that's just how I felt watching her live, her replay last night. In no way am I going to diagnose her or in any way, shape, or form. But she played. We're gonna go to Sally Ann first here. Okay, Missy K. All right, she admitted she was drinking. All right, because it felt like that buzz feel when I was reading her yesterday on her replay. So that's just how it felt. And she was all over the place, everyone. And she seemed very, very, very upset. Now, what got her so upset in the first place? Now, we all know, this is no secret, that Jamie and Sally Ann got into an argument. Sally Ann threatened Amber, and it got out of control. Let's just put it that way. But here's the thing. Absolutely spooky. It was hard because she wouldn't listen to anyone else's perspective here. She showed the screenshot on her channel. I didn't view it as blackmail. It wasn't a very nice message. It wouldn't be a message I'd like to get from somebody, everyone. But it wasn't blackmail. It was like what I got from it was a warning. We all know how Jamie is. If you attack Jamie, he's going to respond. We all know how he is, right? So that's how I took the screenshot, the message that Jamie sent. All right, everyone? That's how I took it. And then she took a clip. I don't know if this was on Amber's channel or Jamie's. I wasn't laughing. I don't think many people were laughing because it wasn't designed to be funny. I don't agree with Jamie handling it that way, but I thought it was distasteful. But he responded to Sally Ann. I'm not saying I agree with the method, but I would have handled it quite differently, everyone. I would have handled it probably quite differently. But at the same time, she kept playing it over and over again, trying to incite people. And I think that's just as wrong as what the words Jamie said. I don't think that would be his entire the entire live stream. Just playing a short clip over and over again, trying to. So it's like these news outlets, right? Remember during the 2016 elections, everyone, when they took something Trump said and played it over and over and over again, and they didn't play the whole thing? They're just trying to drive home just one little tidbit. This is the same thing. I'm not trying to get anyone. I'm not trying to get into politics here or say I'm on one side of the aisle or not or the other. But this is it kind of reminded me of the same exact thing that some of these news outlets do. They try to drive a point home and it's misleading. Yeah, you remember that, right, Wyoming? They kept driving and then they failed to and then they failed the news outlets. Hey, Gold Star. And then the news outlets decided to not tell the whole thing or read the press release that went along with it. This is kind of what Sally Ann did yesterday. Hey, Red Door. So I'm gonna So Sally Ann came a long way, everyone. On here. She comes over to Jamie's. She goes over to Siren's, Auntie's. She likes to have a good time. She just does karaoke. Right, everyone? She comes over. She relaxes. She has a good time. She just shows off her crafts. I notice she's nice to everyone. She goes over to Jamie's, has a good time, along with a lot of us. And then suddenly, she has an issue. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. Hey, Witchy. So we all know that Crafton and Kim are over at their channel trashing Jamie. We all know this, everyone. It's no secret. They've been doing this for weeks, nonstop. I didn't want to say anything because I don't want to be part of the problem. I didn't want to appear to be antagonizing Crafton and Kim or fueling the fire over there. But the thumbnails on the their stream seemed hateful to me. And they keep ranting and raving about how much they hate Jamie. But excuse me, I'm not going to go over there and listen to that every single night or every single morning. The same topic over and over and over again. So what was the common denominator with Sally Ann yesterday? Does anyone know who was in chat? Making the whole situation worse than it had to be? Kim. She was in chat whining and carrying on, keeping the hate up for Jamie. You got a good point there, Gold Star. And they are absolutely alienating people over there who like Jamie and at one point liked them too. Trisha was one of them. She even admitted that she felt trapped. She liked Jamie, she liked Kim and Crafton, and didn't really want to get involved. But there comes Glenn. There comes Glenn coming into our chats, everyone, trolling the hell out of us. Abusing the women in chat, calling them dirty bitches and cunts, like he usually does, for no good reason. Hey, Navigator. So if I call someone a bitch or the C word, I'm not trying to be friends with them. And I don't call people that for no good reason. Hey, Samantha. I don't sit there and disrespect women for no absolute reason. If I call you the B word, on my stream, there's a good reason why I called you that. Why I called you a 4-letter name. But Glenn sits there, comes over, and uses this language for no good reason. Than to get a reaction out of people. Now, I watched Trisha's one response on her channel. She had a point. She asked people not to call Glenn an abuser. All right. That's fair. That's fair, Trisha. That's a fair point. But what do we call Glenn in its place? Absolutely, Wyoming. And then Glenn made threats towards Amber. You see the scale going up and down here, scales of justice here. So what do we call Glenn instead of an abuser, Trisha? So I came up with the compromise. We're going to call him a dirty troll, because that's what he's doing. He's coming into chats, calling people 4-letter names and making threats to get a reaction out of people. Because that's what Glenn is doing, Trisha. And he's doing it because Kim and Crafton had a falling out with Jamie. Yikes. Such immaturity. He's acting like a 5-year-old in elementary school, everybody. Yeah, Gold Star Mom, he verbally abuses women for no good reason. And he's doing it because he likes Kim and Crafton. That's not a good enough reason. Absolutely, Navigator. Absolutely. I feel bad for Trisha. She's a genuine person, and I think this is all really hurting her deep inside. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, it's embarrassing for her. She's stuck in the middle and she doesn't know what to do. Absolutely. Yeah, you got a point there, Jason. Yeah, we like Trisha. Trisha and Glenn, they have two separate personalities here. This is the thing. So, yesterday, Trisha went live. I took a screenshot, everybody. So, if anyone wants to look at what I'm saying, they can just go right over and look. She had the domestic violence hotline scrolling underneath her screen. And Kim accused the ghost of Tiff. Hey, Goku. Hey. And accused ghost of Tiff of being Amy. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Where's your proof, Kim? Please. She was saying that she types just like Amy. Really? I'm really bad at picking out who's behind alts, everyone. A lot of the time. Unless they use the same one over and over again and they or they have a pattern, I might be able to figure it out who it is or who's behind or which group is behind it, but I just don't go into someone's chat and say, I think it's this person or that person. Because probably I'm going to be wrong. So here's my take on it. Sally Ann was fine. Okay, everyone. Until Kim and Crafton started their hate campaign against Jamie. And now what they're trying to do is they're trying to drag people into it. They're trying to drag CJ into it. They're trying to drag Sally Ann into it. Hey, Jamie. They're trying to drag Trisha into it. They're trying to drag whoever they can into their hate group. And they'll lie and manipulate anyone they can into starting a big powwow fight. So Sally Ann decides to start a fight all of a sudden behind the scenes. I don't know the details behind it. I'm not gonna assume everyone. Hey, Jess Ruby. I'm not gonna assume. I think that's one of the reasons, Jason. It was the money and that people around here weren't exactly paying closer attention to Granny, the street rat. We were paying a little more of attention to flashlights and street rats. So that pissed Kim and Crafton off. I think that's what set it off. And then it was the money issue on top of that. So then the anger brewed and brewed and brewed. Yeah, you got a point there, Wyoming. You got an absolute you got an absolute point there. CJ doesn't like GW, but she puts her feelings aside for the community. And what did CJ do, everyone, one night when Granny was in chat and she didn't like it? What did CJ do? She said her piece and left. Didn't she? She didn't go and start up a live and say, fuck this person, fuck that person. Hey, Tammy. and fuck that person, right? She started up a live and probably trashed Granny. Yeah. I'm going to admit that some of the other topics that Kim and Crafton had, they had points to them. They had like points to the what's it called, Scientology and different other topics that they had on their channel. I listened to. They put proof up of what that the street rat went real life on them. I'm not denying that. But this hatred that Kim and Crafton are projecting onto some other people is just wrong. People don't want to get involved in this. Some of these people don't want to get involved and take sides to this. But here's Kim and Crafton coming along, trying to put wedges in where they can, telling half the story. Right, everybody? This is the common denominator between everything. And CJ blocked Sally Ann all on her own. It had nothing to do with Jamie or Amber or Amy or anyone else. CJ said last night she did it all on her own. Get that straight, people. And then Sally Ann decides to show Jamie's private messages. And there was no blackmail. I'm going to repeat that. There was no blackmail in the messages. It wasn't nice. I'm not going to say, I'm going to be honest here. I'm not saying Jamie was nice in the message, but it was no blackmail. He wasn't blackmailing you, honey. Get that straight. There's a difference between blackmail or extortion and a nasty message you get in your inbox. Well, he was saying what he was the gist of what he was saying was, if you go hard at me, I'm going to go hard at you. And I didn't like the way you went about it, Jamie, but at the same time, she was warned, right? I didn't think it was funny, but I don't think it was designed to be funny. But Sally Ann decided, oh, let me play this on loop. 10 times, was it? And I lost count of how many times it was. Just to incite people. She didn't play other parts. I don't think you did it live and dedicated it to her. Please. Damn, you know these people. Oh. So I'm gonna go back to last summer. If you go back, I have a live stream, everyone, and we were reviewing. I think it was. Don't quote me on this. It was either I was reviewing Sally Ann's video of her being intoxicated while doing video, or her being drunk on Robbie's panel. It was either or, everybody. And I had two panel guests. One was Robin Swan. Remember her, everybody? And the other, I think, was Dawn Kay. Okay, everybody? Everyone remember them? They came up on panel to give their side of the story to what happened between them and Sally Ann. And according to them, that a lot of people, she treated her mods real bad. She used to get drunk all the time. And the sad thing is, she's a talented artist. She has other talents. She can sing sometimes too. We all saw that. But there's one thing you learn in recovery, everybody. I've talked to people who've been in recovery, and they say you try to make amends with people that you hurt. So Sally Ann hurt Dawn Kay. She hurt Robin. They're not obligated to take Sally Ann's apology for anything. Whose fault was it? It's not everyone else's fault, Sally Ann, that you behaved the way you did during the summer. It's your fault. Nobody had a gun to your head and forced you to drink. Okay? Nobody had a gun to your head and forced you to behave the way you did. All you can do, Sally Ann, is learn from it. Okay, honey? All you can do is learn from it and your other mistakes. Absolutely, Samantha. Absolutely. We all make mistakes. The key is to learn and grow from them and do better. Not place the blame on everybody else. It's not my fault. It's everyone else's. Isn't that what Natasha does around here? Natasha says, I did nothing wrong. I was trying to make some money. I'm sure they did in the past, Sally Ann. Mm-hmm. I'm sure people do, Sally Ann. I'm sure people there are some people that talk shit. It's the way things go around here, Sally Ann. I'm sure MKB talks shit. I'm sure Natasha talks shit. I'm sure Tiffany talks shit. Hey, there may be a few people over at Jamie's that doesn't like everything I say and want something to talk about. It's okay. I seen a string I seen I seen a few threads where they were talking about my stream, giving the negative and the positives. That's an opinion, Sally Ann. They had an opinion and they were talking about my stream. So what? So damn what? I'm sure there's a nobody's going to agree with me, Sally Ann, 100% of the time. Okay, love. Okay, Sally Ann. All right. Of course I don't. Of course I don't see everything, Sally Ann. Of course I don't. But I know who some of these people are who talk shit. I wasn't born yesterday, Sally Ann. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not an idiot. Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times I've seen things? This is okay. This one's not. I don't think this one's that loyal. And I was right. Remember that Money Mike guy? I had a bad feeling about him. I was right. I had no proof of it, but Sally Ann, I see it, Sally Ann. I see some of it. Hey, Amy. Please don't no name calling in here, please. Okay, everybody. I'm good, Amy. We're just trying to have an adult conversation here about Kim and Crafton and the manipulation here. I don't approve. I'm speaking out. And unfortunately, Sally Ann here is caught in the middle. And Jamie's 100% right here. Someone's triggered. I'm sorry you feel this way, Sally Ann. But can you get some rest and think about everything and listen to everyone else's point of view? All right? We don't hate you. We're concerned about your mental health here. I don't agree with how Jamie handled it, Sally Ann. I would have handled it a lot differently. But we're two different people here, all right? But at the same time, go back at the beginning and look at how this started. That's all I can say, Sally Ann. Think about it. Who was the one in your chat that was the most hateful? Please. I'm not a hateful person, Sally Ann. So, American Dream, get out of here. Oh, good. One of you got him. Well, I'm sorry about that, Sally Ann. I disagree with you on this. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with you. I'm sorry about that, but just calm down. And I hope you and Jamie could work this whole thing out. And please don't let Kim and Crafton get in the middle of this. So I'm gonna play something, play a small part. Hey Michelle, I am growing a pair. I do have a pair of balls, Sally Ann. I don't agree with how Jamie handled it. You know the clip you played last night or yesterday? I didn't agree with it. I'm my own person. I have my own opinions on shit. I don't sit there and agree with Jamie 100% of the time. I'm not here to kiss his ass or wipe it for him. I'm also going to tell you that I don't agree with I don't always excuse me, Sally Ann. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Amy and Jamie never had sexual relations. It's the same thing that people like to say about me and Jamie, that we have sex. It's not true. Another rumor being spread. Yikes. I may live 75 miles from Jamie, but we're not in a sexual relationship. Hell no. I know how she treated me, Sally Ann. I'm not going to sit there and lie, because me and Amy had a falling out in January. I'm not going to sit there and lie about Amy. It's on the screen. The comment you made, Sally Ann, is on the screen right now. You said Amy, you was a fuck to him. Read it. Do you know how to read, Sally Ann? Yikes. Thank you, Navigator. Yes, yes, Sally Ann. But at the same time, Navigator's right. I let it go. Do you get that, Sally Ann? I let it go. I don't hate Amy. Do you see the difference here, Sally Ann? Do you see the difference here? I don't sit there and hate people and carry on a grudge because it has no use. There's no use for it. I don't sit there and drag. I don't sit there and I don't come on here, Sally Ann, and continue to drag Amy for no reason. I don't sit there. I don't come on here and lie about Amy. I don't do that either. I'm not going to sit there and lie because I have a problem with somebody. Listen to Cindy, Sally Ann. Okay? So many people care about you, and I wish this could be worked out. I agree with you, Cindy. You are very upset right now, and Kim and Crafton are not helping the situation. In my opinion, they're making it worse. Now, I'm not asking you, Sally Ann, to like Jamie That's your personal opinion. But you are making people like Auntie and others here very uncomfortable. Absolutely, Amy. They're enabling her. You want a link, Sally Ann? If you start yelling, I'm going to take you off. Okay, all right? If you start name calling, hello, Sally Ann.
Hello, I don't know how this works. Am I even up there?
Yes, you are. We can hear you.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Okay.
You're up on the screen.
I'm up on the screen, Bill.
I just can't see your face or anything.
All right. Hang on. I'm here. Hang on. What? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me just let me see if I can put my camera up there. Can you see me? I can't see anything.
I can't see you, so
I can't see you either. I don't know what's going on. I will say this, Bill. I have never badmouthed you. I've always stood by you. I've never badmouthed any of this. I don't even know why this isn't showing. What the fuck? I don't know what this is that you've got here, Bill. I can't. It can't show my face. But anyway, whatever. Have you seen the shit that I've been through, Bill?
yes, I've seen some of it, Sally Ann.
Have you seen all of it, Bill?
Probably not.
Well, then I suggest you go back and watch it all, Bill, because I've been nothing but nice to you. I've always supported you, and all this shite that has been going on here, and I will say it here. I owe Amber why do I owe Amber an apology? Because it was okay. Bill, you know about mental health, don't you, Bill?
I know a lot. I know a lot about it, but
do you appreciate the fact that Jamie played my audio?
What was that?
Do you appreciate the fact that Jamie played my audio of my breakdown last year?
I didn't approve of that. I said that.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I don't approve of that.
So is it okay?
No.
Is it okay to victimize and Noodle Mash? I'm a 3-time suicide survivor, as you are. And I have never... Amber, you did. You laughed at him. You laughed with him when you all stood up there fucking laughing at him saying, did I have my stomach pumped that day? brutally honest? Did you see that live?
Which one?
The one where I had my meltdown?
I saw the one, I saw several of them at your worst.
Did you see when I had my meltdown?
No.
Did you see what Jamie put the audio of? And you were all okay with that?
Jamie that night never encouraged you.
Hang on, brutally honest. Did he not actually fucking laugh at me that night, brutally honest? He played it the other night. He actively laughed and mocked me for my mental health. Are you okay with that, brutally honest? Because I just want to say this, all you guys out there.
Have you been drinking tonight, Sally Ann?
No, I haven't, brutally honest. Have you?
No, I don't drink.
Well, how dare you ask me? Because what CJ said about me drinking. You believe her?
I'm not taking...
Hang on, Bill. Do you believe...
Okay, everybody. I just threw her off. Because she's starting to lie. Because Jamie never, ever encouraged her to self-harm. Never. And you're not the bad guy here, Jamie. You're not the bad guy here. I gave you a chance to come up here, Sally Ann. Because I'm at an echo chamber. But don't sit here and lie to everybody. With the same old horse crap. Jamie told you to stop it last year. And then the rumor came that you and Robbie were encouraging you to self-harm, which was bullshit. It was bullshit. No one is making fun of you, Sally Ann. Am I laughing at this? Is anyone in my chat laughing at you? Absolutely witchy. She said herself that Jamie tried to stop her. And that is the absolute truth. I'm not going to sit here and perpetuate a lie. Okay? Just because it goes along She doesn't, S. Hockett. She doesn't sound well. Yeah, she needs help. You need help, Sally Ann. And I hope you get it. But at the same time, Jason, this is not funny. This is not a funny matter. This is not a funny matter whatsoever. We have many players in this triangle of drama here. And it's fucking bullshit. So before we go today, I'm going to play something. And there's going to be a trigger warning to this. This is an old. This is old. Let me let's put this situation into perspective. All right. If it's still up, let me see here. Let's see here. Did she take it down? I hope she did. Because it's absolutely disgusting. Hold on. So here's 4 hours ago. All right, we're gonna go to Kim's community chats. Here's another issue. Here, hold on a second. Okay, so hey, Jamie, how many people did you get a hold of yesterday for being in my chat again? How long are you going to dig a hole of I don't tell people where to go? Even better, do you realize I've always had eyes on your mod chat too, right? Your downfall is your overconfidence and inability to fathom how you turn off people. I know you can't fathom that this community isn't your community and existed and after you, but many been after your ex-girlfriend vengeance party, bro. Ugh. I, for one, am glad you're back and merged with Jess because she's the only one who even liked your old content, and you trying to get in her pants was the only reason we ever had to even interface with you. Now, after you two have made this community your dumpster fire love reality show, most of us feel a level of closure with the two most obsessed is that motherfuckers going back to dealing with each other instead of involving the entire true crime community for a change. Sit down and better yet, go get a real job. YouTube fired you, King Natty with a peen. You don't even get to claim YouTube is your job anymore. Excuse me, Kim? For one, Jamie doesn't talk to Street Rat on a regular basis. They're not communicating behind the scenes. How many times do you have to be told this? Oh. How many times, Kim? How many times? So here's another one with Crafton and Kim. The title is obvious. Jamie and Amy and ODN going at it. Parody. Oh, big deal. You know, you see all the hate here, everyone? Started by these two, this husband-wife team. Because they can't kind of get their way. And then Kim and Crafton have to do a live last night, saying I stand with Sally Ann. Had only probably 10 people in chat, I counted. So, and here's a 30-second failure of a cartoon. And here's the one with the domestic violence hotline scrolling at the bottom. Everyone. So everyone needs to check that out. So here's another one. Here's the one where Kim is tagging Country Joe, trying to get her involved in Kim is trying to get her involved in Kim's bullshit. How many times do we have to tell you, Kim, that CJ doesn't want to get involved? CJ has said she likes Jamie. Period. But you tag her here. Right? You tag her. You already had GW in your chat yesterday, trolling and riling up your crew, then about Sally Ann. Then here's her outing herself today. Name look familiar, CJ? Really sad you don't see how you have played and compromised and you just justify it. You would have been so hurt if it's been done the same to you. We are here whenever you get tired of being used. So which one's Street Rat? So here's Sally Ann's live from last night. If anyone wants to watch it, it was really not much of anything. So what happened? What was on Kim and Crafton's community wall? It might be on members only or something. But let me see here if there's. Just let me make sure I'm not missing it. But Kim shared a video last night inferring that this community are lichen files or the P word and tried to misrepresent something Jamie did over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. Everybody. Hey, Johnny. And what happened, this is a slimmer Jamie, so this must have been like 2 years ago or something. And Jamie was exposing somebody for child abuse. And ODN went on panel and started accusing Jamie of being the P word because he didn't blur the face out good enough of a 4-year-old child. So he came up with the term lichen file. So Kim decided to share that link on one of ODN's sock accounts. So now she's getting so Kim, because you hate Jamie now, you're gonna try to get in bed with ODN. Really? Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself into? Yeah, Wyoming. I wish they would too. Jamie is no pedophile or lichen file or whatever they want to call it. I really wish I watched the tape or the clip. It was like 6, 7, 8 minutes. I wish Jamie would have blurred out the face a little better, but I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to bring awareness to something. Yeah, I just have to speak out on this, Johnny, because it's getting out of control. I'm just sick of Kim trying to bring people that don't really want to get involved in this. They want to remain neutral, and she's trying to get them, she's trying to build an army. The I Hate Lichen Legion army. And this is really getting disgusting, everybody, because I just sat there. I just sat here for the last few weeks. Not trying to antagonize them, not trying to fuel the fire, but they keep going. Almost every live they've been doing is about Jamie. I hate Jamie this. I hate Jamie that. Yeah, they don't like it when it's done to them, but it's okay when they do it. They don't like it when it's done to them, but it's okay when they do it. It's not fair. You got a point there, Gladys. You actually got me thinking. You're going to actually get me thinking tonight on that, Gladys. You're actually going to get me thinking. You know, I don't go digging into I don't go years back digging because I don't like somebody. You're absolutely right. You actually have a point there. I don't go digging into Kim and Crafton and think of what do I have on them, but they are doing it. So I'm just pointing it out what they're doing now, and yeah, Wyoming, we're more adult than they are. We're acting more adult-like than they are. And it's sad, really. I get it, Kim and Crafton. You don't like Jamie. We get it. Can you move on to some other topics besides I hate Jamie and Like Legion? Or do you have to drag this out for months and months and months with these ridiculous theories and bullshit? Why? Because you didn't get enough in your donations and but hey, Kim. Yeah, Gladys, you're absolutely right. It's too bad this division has happened and it's time to move on. You're absolutely right. But here's the thing, Gladys. They don't want to move on. And I'm trying, and with me, I'm trying to ignore them the best I can. But here's the thing. Sally Ann decided to take the bait. Okay, everybody? And that's the reason why I decided to address this today. Someone actually took the bait and started a fight. And then it went 2-3 ways and behind the scenes. I'm not gonna show private messages on here. Kim's calling Amber these horrible names. I'm not gonna repeat. I didn't see screenshots of those, so or I'm not gonna go over there and listen. But yeah, Wyoming, they get into people's ears and then they try to manipulate you into with half truths and things that happened years ago, and they plant the seeds of doubt. Yeah, You're right, Wyoming. She likes it. She loves to take her rage out on others, unfortunately, and it's getting to be disgusting. But here's another thing to consider, everybody. She got thrown out of Natasha's community. Then she runs over to Granny's Watching's community. Gets thrown out of that. Then comes over here. It actually took us a little while to warm up to her. To warm up to them, too. Yeah, Wyoming, I don't blame you. I can't with them either anymore. After what they posted on their community wall, what Kim posted last night, absolutely despicable. Absolutely despicable. Playing ODN on panel with Jamie, screaming at him, calling him the P word, over not blurring out a face good enough. Trying to bring awareness to an issue. So they could come over to our side of the community, try to play nice for a while. That's what them two did. Got a lot of us to come over and start listening to them. Everyone. And then they turn their backs on us and starts dragging people one by one. It sounds a lot like a flashlight. And what she's doing. No, you had never been on panel, Amy. You never been on panel with ODN. I think this was before he even arrived over here. This was years ago, Amy. You know, they like to dig years and years and years ago, and they like to find something to take out of context. Yeah, I watched it. And they're trying to take the littlest mistake or the littlest infraction and blow it up out of proportion. It's disgusting. I don't know. I'm going to say this. Jamie could have done a better job. Jamie could have done a better job of blurring up the 4-year-old's face, but at the same time, you know, everybody. Hey, YouTube liars. Yeah, Amy, the clip I watched was Jamie, a skinny Jamie without any facial hair. So it had to be a couple of years ago. I'm probably going to have to I have the screenshot in my files. I'm probably going to have to put it on a community post. Yeah, YouTube liars. You're absolutely right. She's over there encouraging Sally instead of getting her to log off and get help. Or at least to calm her down. And this is very, very sad. Indeed. Because I'm gonna be frank here. There was a few times on here I got very, very, very upset. On here. This was back probably in January. And the one time I took a link on Jamie's, I take full responsibility. I was triggered as hell. I was too emotional. I shouldn't have done that. I made a fool of myself. I took something totally out of context. Didn't watch the live what people were talking about in chat. So I was triggered about something else. Right, everybody? I think everyone can probably think back to what I said. But I actually made a fool of myself that day, that night, for just a minute. It took me 2 minutes to make a fool of myself. Hey, Tracy. It took me just a few minutes. What I should have done was logged off, calmed down, walked away from the computer. That's what I should have done. I fucked up. That a couple days. Hey, I'm human. I'm a human being. I have some self-awareness. I can see, I could look in the mirror and think and say, okay, I shouldn't have done that. Or this, or I did this. I shouldn't have, maybe I shouldn't have gone about it that way. But at least I'm gonna come on here and say, okay, I did it. I'm not gonna sit there and lie when there's probably a screenshot or clip of me saying it. So what's the use of me lying about it in the first place? You know? So, all right, everyone. Jamie's going live in a few minutes. So, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for coming, everybody. So, I'll see you all over at Jamie's. Thank you for coming.